For the third trip up to Conneaut Lake Park, I was about to start working on Splash City, the water park there, as well as doing some more work on the Blue Street Grove pavilions, and also starting some landscaping around the park. But before I could start working up at the park again, I had some other work I had to do back home. My idea was to try and get the water park open. I wanted Splash City to run again like I had remembered it back in 1985 when I went as a kid. And I knew that the pumps were bad on the water slides, as well as a lot of leaks and patches that needed done in the lazy river. So I had the idea of going to a town nearby, a place called Cheswick Pools and Patios, not far from Natrona Heights where I lived, and to ask them about different pool things as far as repairing and patching the concrete and any kind of leaks and any pumps and such. And I also wanted to go to a public pool that I was a member of in Katanning, and that was the Belmont Complex in the West Katanning area. And here I am taking a little selfie before I head out on my journey. Well, I did get to speak to a manager or contractor at the Cheswick Pools and Patios in Cheswick, PA, and he was interested in what I had to say about fixing up the park and what I needed to do as far as the water park, and was willing to come up and take a look at it. He answered some questions, tried to give me some ideas and suggestions, and I actually planned with him to come up in about a month. I think he was going to come up in about 3 or 4 weeks to come take a look at the pool and the water park itself and just kind of give me an idea of what we're looking at. Next, I talked to the maintenance director at the Katanning Belmont Pool, who was actually nice enough to show me inside the pump house and walk around the pool with me and give me some other suggestions and more tips as far as what I needed to do to help get Splash City up and running again. I was allowed to photograph all the equipment there at the pool, so these are pictures from our actual meeting. He and I walked around and examined the water slide there at the Belmont Complex pool, and then we talked about what kinds of pumps that they used and what we might need to use for a much larger water slide like at Conneaut Lake. And then he even showed me the bill, the actual bill that they got for their pump when they had it replaced. Now, I'm an actual painting contractor, so I know there are specialty paints for different kinds of applications. And painting the bottom of a pool, anything that's going to be underwater, is going to have some kind of, it's going to have some kind of a marine paint of some kind. So after we looked at the pump house and we talked about the bill, we then talked about different paints that they use there to patch up their pool and any water leaks that they have in their complex. And he even showed me the gallons of paint that they use there, I think 2 different kinds. And there was also some other kind of caulking that they used as well that was waterproofing to seal in any leaks. Here's a couple pictures of me just doing some painting back in my neck of the woods back in the Natrona Heights area. Now remember, back home where I'm from, Natrona Heights, around the Pittsburgh area, I'm basically painting houses and landscaping, mostly painting throughout the year. This project that I was doing up at Conneaut Lake was roughly 3 days a week for almost 5 months, and I went up almost every week. So it was basically Monday through Thursday. I was working around the Pittsburgh area, and usually Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I was working up at Conneaut. Well, now that I was all set with my plan on what I was going to do about the water park and what it was going to take to get everything replaced and have a new pump and so on, it was time to go ahead and start picking up some flowers and shrubs and some mulch and get ready for the new visit. So I stopped at Harbison's and Bachman's nurseries in Natrona Heights, and then on the way up, I went to Katanning and stopped there and actually got some more flowers and mulch at Ford's Flowers. And once I visited all 3 of those places, loaded up the van, I set off on my way.
Oh,
With Brian and Paul helping me, along with Sean and his dad Ben, we were all able to get a lot done this trip. The pavilions are almost finished here, and we'll be completing them next week. I'll end this video with a clip of me looking over Splash City as I get ready to plant some flowers in front of the water slides. And if you look close, you'll see Shona O'Brien, CLP's biggest fan, walking towards me to say hello with Brian Carribine. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.